Hello everyone. Well, there was a technical problem, so this is the third time I'm starting the class. I think this time it's working, I'm not sure. If you have any problems joining, just write chat window. Okay, so we're going to get started in just a second. Okay, it's working now. I can see some people are coming in. Okay, just to get started, a little bit about the class. First of all, I'm Jon-Eric. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate in the class. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up, which means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom nice and quiet. Tune in to the new words when you are speaking so I can correct you and give you feedback. And last, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is the safe and respectful place to practice your English. So I've already started the class 3 times, and it didn't work. So I'm going to just repeat myself again because I think no one was watching the class. What I said was, in this class, How to Motivate, we've so far been talking about key vocabulary, 2 sets of key vocabulary words to talk about motivation. We worked on key expressions you can use when making small talk because people usually, I just need to mute everyone for a second because I'm hearing a lot of noise. I'm just going to mute you, Andres, but you can turn on your microphone in just a moment, okay? So the key expressions for making small talk, Andres, I need to mute you for a moment, please. Okay, you can turn on your microphone in just a moment. Okay? So, key expressions for small talk, because when do we talk about motivation? Usually in a more social setting after work or during a coffee break or something like that. So small talk and motivation really go together. Today's class, we're going to focus on our exit strategy. Practically speaking portion is going to be what's a polite way or a diplomatic way to excuse yourself from a small talk situation, from a conversation at work. Perhaps when someone is breaking one of the rules, like we gave these tips about the best way to engage in small talk. Don't talk about negative things, don't dominate the conversation, etc. So if that happens and you want to excuse yourself, you need an exit strategy. So we're going to work on exit strategies before we do anything else. Okay, that's the plan. Before we begin, let me just say hello to everyone. Hello, Yuki. Hello, Jason. Hello, Giuseppe. Did you have trouble getting in? Because I had trouble starting the Hangout. Did you have any trouble joining today?
Little bit.
Okay. If there's any trouble with the Hangout, don't leave. Just tell me, and I'll try to fix it. Because last hour, some people left, and in fact, there was a way to fix the Hangout. Let me say hello to Andres. Andres, you can turn back on your microphone now. Oh, you have a mic problem. Okay, listen. The best thing to do if you're having a problem with the Hangout is just click the Hangout closed, take a second, and then rejoin and see if your microphone problem gets fixed. Sometimes you just have to rejoin, and then it'll work, okay? So, Andres, by the way, I don't know how to say your name. I don't know if it's Andre or Andres. But why don't you try that? Try to leave, okay, and then re-enter the Hangout, and we'll see if it sounds better. See if your mic works. Okay? If your mic or your connection. Okay, Andre? I don't think he understands. Let me just... Oh, he does. Okay, good. All right. So, let's give him just a second. Yeah. Well, Yuki, the thing is, it's really not Verbling. It's the Google Hangout itself. Verbling is just an app. So when the chat window doesn't work, that's a Verbling problem. When the Google Hangout doesn't work, it tends to be Google. Sometimes loading the Verbling apps, sometimes they can interfere a bit. But Google is a little bit buggy, to be honest with you. Anyway, Verblink has to notify them, and they have to try to fix it. That's usually what we do. Okay. Can you turn on your mic for a second, Giuseppe? So, can you hear me now, or is it sound bad?
Oh, in some French, and sometimes I hear your voice breaking down, cut up, you know.
All right. Well, I can try to rejoin. That's about all I can do. Does everyone hear me breaking up sometimes? Or does it sound okay to everyone else? Jason, Yuki, Ahmed, does my voice sound okay to all of you?
As Giuseppe said.
Okay. All right, so let me rejoin the Hangout. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, what about now? Can you hear me okay? Is it better
Your
now?
voice is a little cutting up, but I understand what you are saying.
I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I've got all the apps turned off today, so
I
not
think
sure.
not so big problem. So let's continue.
All right. All right. So, let's start with this. Okay. Exiting a conversation. It's always a good idea to learn not just how to say something, but to learn even what to say by listening and analyzing, using your ears as best you can. Okay, so we're going to try to do that today as well. Give me just a second. I got to open this on my computer. One moment, because I restarted the Hangout and everything got a little bit weird. 1 second, please. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is, let me just find it. Number 8. Okay, yeah, got it. This is going to be pretty short. So as you can see, phrases 1 to 5 below might seem a little rude if used on their own to exit the conversation. Listen and make a note of the follow-up phrases used to make them more acceptable. All right? Well, let's each take a turn and just read one phrase first so that they're fresh in your memory. Let's start with Ahmed with number 1, then Giuseppe, then Jason, then Yuki, and then Zorab. Okay?
Okay. Is that the time?
Okay, so that's the first one. Giuseppe?
I promised to meet someone else.
Okay, Jason?
I'm going to get some food.
Okay, good. Yuki?
Sorry. I'm going to get some food.
Next one. Sorry, next one.
Sorry. Is that James over there?
Okay, and last one. Zorab?
Look, I really don't have time to chat at the moment.
Okay, so as you can see, some of these could be really rude. Look, I really don't have time to chat at the moment. I mean, that could sound pretty bad. Let me just send a message here to Ebby. Hold on a second. Try to restart browser and try to okay. And Zorab, you sound pretty good. I wouldn't leave that. Oh, I thought you were leaving. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm just confused. Okay, so you're going to listen to how they respond to see how to avoid sounding negative or too direct. Okay? So listen carefully. Number one, is that the time? My parking meter runs out in 5 minutes. Convenient excuse, huh? Number two, oh, I promised to meet someone else back when I've seen them. Number three, I'm going to get some food. I missed lunch because of a conference call. Number four, is that James over there? Oh, excuse me, I really must go and speak to him. I'll be right back. Number five, look, I really don't have time to chat at the moment, but I'll call you tomorrow. What do you think about our follow-up phrases? Are they effective?
Sound better. A lot better. With excuses, you know.
I don't know if I'd believe any of these, but okay. But
Anyway, you will disappear after that, you know.
Yeah, I'll be right back, and then
You will not.
I'll get in a helicopter and fly away. But the point is, it gives you a context you didn't have before. So, what are we going to do with this? Okay, as a class, we're not going to work with partners here, but as a class, maybe I can put you in groups of two. Choose two of the situations. Have, well, I think we're going to do this one at a time. Have 1 or 2 minutes of small talk and then exit the conversation appropriately. Think about the strategies we've talked about, the 10 strategies we talked about in the past. Some of those include having a tagline when you start, having an exit strategy when you leave. That was the 10th, I think. Turning negative sounding things into positives. I can go back and review those if you like, but those were some that come to mind. Talking about safe topics, that was another one. But also today, when you have an exit strategy, following it up with something that makes it sound acceptable, that gives it a context, so that it doesn't sound too direct, right? So that's the plan. This is a short activity. It's just really to get you practice exiting a conversation. So you've got to have, let's say, a 5-line conversation. Zorab, can you hear me now? Hello? Zorab?
I hear you very difficult. Your voice very, very, very bad.
Okay.
I hear your voice clearly.
Me too.
Okay. All right. Zorab, try to rejoin the Hangout and see if it improves, okay? Okay, Zorab, try to rejoin. Okay. So, we're going to start. We'll wait for him, and hopefully Eddie will be back as well. I don't know. Does anyone know where Zorab is located, by the way? Does anyone know where he's from?
No.
Romanian.
I can't tell by his name. Zorab, can you hear now? Is it better? More or less?
More or less.
Where are you located, Zorab? Where are you
From
from?
Armenia.
Oh, right. You told me. I forgot. Yes, yes. And,
But I can listen my classmate, but not. But when you speak, your voice is very bad. There is some echo, cut in your voice.
wow, that's strange.
It is from your connection, not our. I think so.
No, but everyone else can hear me okay. Just you can't hear me. So I don't think it's my connection. Plus, you have to remember, I'm an online teacher, so I have to have a good connection because I'm teaching all day online, so it's usually not me. It can be. Sometimes it can be, but usually not. Portugal Telecom is not perfect by any means. But anyway, okay. Well, let's try to live with it for today. So, Ahmed and Giuseppe, you meet a client by chance. Actually, Ahmed, you meet a client, Giuseppe, by chance at the theater during an interval. The bell for the second half has just rung. So that means you've got, give you 5 or 6 lines of small talk before you have to end the conversation. Okay? Well, let's give it a try. You're going to focus on using the strategies we've learned, and specifically having an exit line with a follow-up that makes it sound polite. Want to give it a shot?
Yes.
Let's give it a try.
Okay. I am the one who met Giuseppe.
Yeah, he's your client. I don't know what you do, but we'll have to figure it out as we go along.
Oh, are you Giuseppe?
Oh, hi, Hamad. What a
Hi.
coincidence.
Yeah, nice to see you again. I said nice, not meet. Sorry, nice to see you. Not nice to meet. Nice to see you again.
Me too. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I'm here to watch this. I don't know, do you call it play or movie? Well, Giuseppe, I think my phone is ringing now. So,
I've just got to mute. Hold on. I've got to mute Yavuz. I'm just going to mute you for a moment because we're getting an echo from your side, okay? So just keep your microphone off for just a moment. Sorry, continue, Ahmed and Giuseppe.
okay, no problem. Uh-oh, my phone is ringing. Well, Giuseppe, can I see you in 15 minutes around here?
Well, I don't know. I have to look at my agenda. And
No problem. Okay then. If not, see you next time. Okay?
okay, so
Yeah.
far so
Yeah.
good.
Bye bye. See you.
All right. Remember, you're at the theater, so you're seeing each other, right? Because
I
it
know,
sounded like it sounded like you were ending a phone call. Ahmed. But you're standing face to face. So, what was your exit line, Ahmed? Let's try it one time. Just the exit line.
What? The exit. I don't know what to say. I just suggest in class.
What did you say? What was your exit line?
Okay, what I said, are you still around? I can see you, I said in 15 minutes or something like that.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see in 15 minutes because there's a theater show going on. There's a play going on. Right? That's okay. That's fine.
Okay, can I see you by the end of the, I don't know, what do you call it? Do you call it theater or show? I don't know.
Play.
Okay, can I see you by the end of the play?
Okay.
Is
Could
that-
we meet up? Could we meet up at the end of the play, or could we meet up after the play? Maybe it's better to say after.
Okay.
So there's a good key expression. We've actually said this before. To meet up means a social encounter, right? And what else could you say to soften the message a little bit? How about something like, I'd love to meet up after the play. How about you? Now you put him on the spot. He's got to say yes, right?
Not Giuseppe.
So if he says, Giuseppe, if he says to you, I'd love to, we've got to get back into the play. I'd love to meet up after the play. How about you, Giuseppe? What would you say to that?
How can I answer? How I may answer?
Well,
You mean?
you said I have to look at my agenda. Well, that sounds a little harsh. So I want you to do that, but not quite so brutal. You know, you've got to say that. But remember, You can say whatever you want as long as you give a follow-up line that kind of softens the message. So if you've got to look at your agenda, okay, but give it a context. It doesn't sound like you're rejecting him. What
Well,
could you
you
say?
know, okay. Well, today I'm kind of busy, but I make effort to be with you, um, or whatever you you want
Whenever you
to
want.
meet up. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you want. Okay. Instead of busy,
He's not interested.
it sounds like he's just not that into you, Ahmed. I'm sorry. Instead of busy, okay?
Occupied.
No, that's Italian. No, instead of busy, we're going to say pressed for time. I'm a bit pressed for time. That means busy. Yep,
Oh,
good
good.
expression. And instead of saying, what was it? We'll meet up whenever. I forgot what you said about whenever you want. Okay, anyway, the correction I said was whenever you want. You don't have to say anything else after that. It's clear you mean whenever you want to meet up. But you don't have to say to meet up. It's whenever you want.
Okay.
Let's try the exit strategy one more time. Ahmed, let's take it from your last line.
Okay. I would love to see you
After.
after they play. What about you? How
Yeah, good.
about you?
Well, I'm a bit pressed for time, but I will try to be whenever you want. I will try to be over there whenever you want.
Okay. That sounds promising.
It sounds a little better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds a bit better, a little more hopeful. Okay. All right. So we're going to try the second situation with Jason and Yuki. And then Yavuz, you and I are going to try the third one together. So Yavuz, listen to how they handle the exit strategy here. Remember, we're in a small talk situation, but we've got to find a way to politely excuse ourselves. So, Jason and Yuki, you, Jason, meet your old manager, the mean old Yuki, your old nasty manager, at your child's football match. You have a lot of friends there, so you don't really want to talk to him for very long. Plus, he's your manager, and he's mean. Right?
Yes.
So, okay, good, it's clear. So, you don't want to talk. Yuki,
Yes.
you have no friends.
I
And
have.
so you have
I'll be a manager. Or
you're the
I'll-
manager. You're the
I'm-
manager. You're the manager. Everyone hates you. You've got no friends, so you're desperate to talk to someone. You can't let Jason go very easily. That's what I'm saying. Jason, you hated this guy's guts. That's why you quit. You can't believe you're sitting here. Has this ever happened to you?
Okay. Oh, is it you, Jason? How on earth did you get here? How have you been? It's been long time.
Long time no see.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Yeah, I remember you.
Well, of course. How have you been?
How I have been.
How have you been? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
That's good. Maybe we are a lot of things to talk with each other. Yeah. Maybe go out to the cafe and maybe talk. Now we can talk. Okay.
Yeah, but you know, I just come back from the coffee shop to take coffee. So
What?
I just come back from the coffee shop to take a coffee. But if you want, you can go there, and after we can can talk, have a smoke, we can have a smoke talk. You can go there.
You don't mind if you don't mind if I wait. I'm waiting you here when you come back. It's okay for me. I'm waiting for you. I have nothing to do now.
I have no friends. I'm desperate.
I want to
Okay.
talk with you very much.
I'm
Okay.
in love with you, Jason. I need you.
In this case, you know, I can introduce you my another friend beside us, and after I go to take a coffee, and I will be back, sure.
Okay, okay. Go for the copy and come back, and we'll talk a lot of things, a lot of lovely memory. We have a lot of lovely memory. so 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 I'm looking forward to talking with you. A lot of things.
All right, let's stop there for a second. Look in the chat window, and I gave you a few pointers here. The first thing is to talk with each other. I think Yuki was saying we have a lot to talk with each other. Instead of saying that, we might want to say we have a lot to. Oh, sorry, I'm going to write this. We have a lot to catch up. The expression. We have a lot to catch up on. So to talk with each other is one thing, but to catch up on means to talk about our memories, to talk about what we've been doing, our experiences since we last saw each other, to catch up, right? So that would be a good way to say that. Also, maybe go out to the coffee. A good native expression, instead of maybe go out to the coffee. First of all, it's not coffee. It's the place is cafe in English.
Yes, yes.
Right? The location is cafe, or as Jason said, coffee shop. A coffee shop is not exactly the same as a cafe, but they're close enough. So either cafe or coffee shop, but in America it's more coffee shop. But this expression, maybe we go out to get a coffee. How about this one? Let's grab a, and then you can say anything you want. Let's grab a coffee. Let's grab a bite to eat. Let's grab a hamburger. So grab means it's having food, but really to socialize. So it's a good native sounding expression. And Jason, you said take a coffee. Uh-oh, we don't take coffees. That's French. What do we do in English, Jason? Do we take coffee? We have coffees, right. So you have coffee. You have lunch, you have dinner, you have breakfast. We're always having food, okay? But in Latin languages, we take coffee, we take lunch, all that, okay? So wrong collocation there, have. Also, the last expression there I put is, I'm waiting you here. We're always waiting for. We're always waiting for. So two things I'm going to change here. Instead of I'm waiting you here, it'll be I'm waiting for you here, number one. But also the verb, instead of I'm waiting, it's I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you, and then you can add whatever you want. I'll be waiting because it's a future moment. It's a moment that will be happening. In other words, it's a specific moment in the future that you're describing while it happens. In other words, at that specific moment, I'll be waiting. At that specific moment, I'll be waiting. If I say I'm waiting, that's the present continuous, and that doesn't have the same meaning. That's an arrangement. For example, I'm meeting Janet at 12. I've arranged to meet her. I'll be meeting Janet at 12 is a future moment. So they're a little different. I would use the future moment. In other words, future continuous. I'd use the future continuous for what you said here. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. Okay? Jason, what was your exit strategy one more time? What was your exit strategy? Repeat it again.
My exit strategy was to have a coffee alone and to introduce a friend of mine to my board manager.
Oh, I see. But let me see if I understand this right. Yuki invited you out for a coffee.
Yes.
You wanted to refuse,
But
right,
you
Jason?
you don't want.
Yeah, you don't want. So, Jason, you have to have a different exit strategy, because otherwise you're going to end up going with him because you don't want to have a coffee.
Yes.
So you got to have it. Jason, what could you say that's totally different that could be a polite way to get out of this engagement? What could you say, Jason? Forget about the coffee. Something totally different. What could you say? Remember, you're at your child's football match. You're watching kiddie football right now. So what could you say to kind of get him off your back, Jason?
I have to stay focused on my child football game.
Great. Give him a reason. Why do you have to stay focused on it and not talk to him? Sounds good. Give us a follow-up. Because uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Because it's very random. No, random. Yeah, random.
Random? Could be. I don't know what you mean. What do you
It's not very often. Not very often.
Ah, okay, I understand. I don't get to see him play often. Okay, but I could see someone still talking to you the whole time. So you got to give a better excuse to get him off your back. For example, oh, listen, I've got to stay focused on the game because I'm keeping the statistics for the Little League team. So I can't talk right now, but I'll catch up with you later. You see what I'm saying? Got to give him a real reason not to talk, right? Just as an example. And notice that expression. I'll catch up with you later. I'll catch up with you like this. Look in the chat window too. See it?
Yes.
Okay. So let's just try the exit strategy one more time.
I could say today is my friend's birthday. So so I have to arrange for a birthday party for him. So today is a special day. I'm sorry.
Exactly. You can say anything.
We'll talk at another time.
That's right. I've got to I don't know. I've got to attend a baptism very soon. President Barack Obama is going to be calling me. I have to keep focused for the phone. I don't know whatever I want to say. As long as you ended with catch up, that's a good expression. Catch up. So Jason, let's take it from your exit line. Yuki, let's take it from you first. You have to invite him to coffee, and Jason, you've got to try your exit line out, and then we'll see how it plays. Okay? So Yuki, invite him one more time. Let's see what he says.
Same conversation? No?
Yeah,
same
just the very end. Just the very end.
Okay.
When you were inviting him out.
So let's go out to the cafe and grab a coffee and talk together. Okay?
Good. Jason?
Well, it's nice, but I have to keep up my child football match because I have to make the statistic for the football league. So I have to stay here. But it doesn't matter. If you don't mind, I'll catch up with you later.
I'll catch up with you.
I'll catch up with you later.
So Yuki, what do you say?
Okay. Here is my email address. You can keep contact with me. Anytime you send a letter, send an email, and we definitely will meet again,
Meet up.
and
Meet up.
we'll meet up again. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and the last thing you say, leave it on a positive note. Don't forget our strategies, Jason. Leave it on a positive note. So what can you say?
Yes.
A nice way to say goodbye.
Yes, it was nice. It was a pleasure to see you, and I hope to see you later.
It's been nice talking to you too. Okay, see you later.
See you later. There you go. And don't forget, you can also say, stay in touch. Stay in touch.
Stay in touch. Okay.
It's a good expression as well. So we got.
Let's stay in touch.
Yeah, let's stay in touch. So we've got 3 things to keep in mind. Meeting up is casual meeting. Catching up is talking about old times. Stay in touch is a promise for the future to meet again or to not lose contact, to stay in touch. All right. So, Yavuz and Luo, you've had a chance to listen to at least 1 or maybe 2 of our exit strategy conversations so far. So you're going to try out the next one. Yavuz, where are you from? Because I think this is your first time here. Where are you from?
Yeah, first time. I'm from Turkey.
From Turkey.
I'm trying to understand what's going on in the class. Sorry, because of this, I prefer not to talk so much.
Okay. Well, this class is a part of a unit. So in each class of the unit, we learn a different skill, but always around one theme. And the theme now is how to talk about motivation, specifically in a work context, because this is business English. So how to deal with seeing your manager, how to deal with seeing a client on the street. So what we're doing is taking some of the expressions we learned for small talk and taking some of the strategies we've learned, for example, exiting a conversation, and we're putting them into practice, just so you know what we've been doing, okay? So, even though it's your first class, Yavuz, what I'd like you to do is to try a little bit of, I'd like you to try a little bit of speaking, just a little bit. You're going to have a very, very short conversation with Luo, okay? Very short, so it's nothing stressful. And I'll help you out, okay? Here's your situation. Number 3 on the screen says, you are at a conference. So that's you, Yavuz. You're at a conference, and you have been talking to an acquaintance for 5 minutes. Luo, you are the acquaintance. You've run out of small talk topics. So picture this. This happens all the time.
Sorry.
Acquaintance is basically a colleague, someone that you know, but someone who is not a personal friend. Okay, someone you know, but not a personal friend. Okay? So let's imagine this for a second.
Okay.
You're at a conference that's part of your job. You have to learn a skill or you're getting trained. And during the break in the conference, you've gotten into a conversation with Luo. But the conversation is going on and on and on and on, and it's time to end the conversation. So what I'd like you to do is this. Luo, you're going to make a little bit of small talk, right? Doesn't have to be any specific. And Yavuz, you're going to try to politely end the conversation by thinking of an excuse. You need to have a line that can be your exit strategy. But Yavuz, don't forget, so far we've learned 3 good lines. We've learned meeting up means to meet someone socially. Catching up means to talk about what you've been doing since the last time you've met. And staying in touch is a promise to meet or talk to someone later. So those are all things that you could use. And any of the other expressions you've heard today. By the way, don't forget, you can always cheat in this class. Just go to the last page and you'll see the key expressions that we've learned earlier. starting a conversation, showing interest, keeping the conversation going. Those are some of the key expressions. And I've got some useful phrases for you here. Look, on page 13 of our shared document. You can read those. Maybe I'll see you later. Nice talking to you. I'm afraid I must be off. I promise to meet someone else. I'll come back when I've seen him or her. I'm going to get some food. I missed lunch because of a conference call or whatever. Is that Jane over there? Excuse me. I really must go and speak to... Oh, James. Sorry. I really must go and speak to him. Catch you later. Well, I'm going to circulate. It was good to meet you. Is that the time? My parking ticket runs out in 5 minutes. Look, I really don't have time to chat at the moment. I'll call you tomorrow, though. So these are some stock expressions you could use if you can't think of a good expression on your own. You can use any of those as well as your exit strategy. Those are on page 13 of our shared doc. Okay? Page 13. But for now, let's go back to page 5. Luo, you're going to start us off making a little conversation with Yavuz, and Yavuz is going to try to politely end the conversation by thinking of an excuse, and I'll go back to page 13 at that point if you want to take a look. Okay? So, Luo, let's get started. A little bit of small talk with Yavuz.
Yeah, hello Yavuz. Nice to talking to you.
Nice to be talking to you, if you're going to say that. Yeah. So what would you say if he said that to you, Yavuz?
Okay. Nice weather, huh?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, I'm listening to you. No?
He said nice weather. Yavuz, he said, hey, nice weather. So what would you say to be polite? Hey, nice weather, Yavuz.
Yeah. It is good. It is good. But I don't know how can I say about different things.
Well, your job is really to end the conversation politely. That's all you have to do, because that's what we're practicing. So he brings up a new topic, the weather. Hey, nice weather. It's been really sunny lately. You've got to go. So you could use one of these excuses if you like. Or you could try one of your own.
Maybe
what
I
could
can
you say?
Okay, I don't have so much time. I need to go now. But for example, I will catch up with you later. Okay, like this.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll be in touch.
There you go.
Okay.
You see, it worked. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
The expression is bye for now, to show that you're going to see them later on. Okay, good. I'll catch up with you later. Very good. So, everyone, we've had a little bit of practice now. Let's go back to our main page. We've had a little bit of practice with different situations where you can apply your exit strategy. I'm going to move on to the last part, which is revising question forms. And then we're going to put all this together into a big speaking task later in the week. If not tomorrow, then the day after. But let's get started. We've got a few minutes to just do the first part together. By the way, good job, everyone, so far. Don't forget some of our key expressions, like catch up with you later, stay in touch, meet up. There was something else, Luo, I was going to say to you. What was it? Oh, instead of saying busy, Luo, don't forget we learned a great expression earlier, to be pressed for time. Oh, no, that wasn't Luo. That was Yavuz who said that. I'm sorry. Instead of saying busy, I'm a bit busy. It's okay. You can say that. But a good native-sounding expression, Yavuz, is I'm a bit pressed for time right now. I can't talk. I'm a bit pressed for time. You can see that in the chat window as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, let's move on to revising question forms. What I'd like you to do is read some of the questions from the listening that we've done earlier in the unit. So some of this should be more or less familiar because you've heard it at least once before. You're going to match them to the categories you see on the right side from 1 to 4. The categories are starting a conversation, finding out information, checking or confirming information, and showing the purpose of your conversation. So 4 types of categories for the different expressions you're going to encounter. Some questions match more than one category, okay? Some questions match more than one category. Keep that in mind. All right, so let's try this. Ahmed, if you can remember the conversation, great. But if not, you're going to make an educated guess. Could you read A for us?
Okay. Where do they come from? It sounds like finding out information.
It does sound like finding out information. Hang on just a second because I've got the wrong material open on my computer. One moment. One moment, please. Hold on. I've got to open the right book because I'm trying to give you the source. I don't know if I have it. 1 second here. Oh, this is so slow. 1 second. Because I want to see if I can just tell you where it came from. No, I don't think I can. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this PDF to open. It's a little bit slow. Ah, there you go. Okay. Nope, I don't have the original source. I can't tell you exactly where it came from. We had some conversations where people were trying to make small talk and it wasn't successful. So that's where these came from, but I don't have it right in front of me. Okay, let's try it without first, and then if it's confusing, we'll go over it again tomorrow more clearly. So, Ahmed, where did it come from? Which one do you think it matches best in categories 1 to 4?
Yeah, I said finding out information.
Number 2, exactly. So it's probably keeping the conversation flowing. You might ask an open question to get them to continue. Okay? And in B, Giuseppe.
Is that true? Checking or confirming information.
So number 3, right, checking or confirming. Is that true? In other words, if you think back to our strategies, that shows interest. That was one of our strategies. Yes, you're checking or confirming, but you're also showing that you're listening. Okay, Jason, try C for us.
What did you come with? I think finding out information.
Right. So C is also finding out information, and it's also our strategy of asking open questions. Luo, D.
Don't you live in Italy? It's for checking or confirming information.
Or confirming information. Well, in a social situation, it wouldn't be checking or confirming information, right? In a social situation.
Social situation.
Yeah, because we're making small talk in this context. We're making small talk.
So, yes, showing surprise.
Don't you live in Italy? If showing surprise, I would say, oh, you live in Italy too? Right? Or something like that.
Okay.
I think
the information.
Yeah, I think it's finding out information. I think it's trying to just speak about themselves. So I'd say it's more of number 2. Oh, you live in Italy, don't you? Don't you live in Italy? So I try to get them to say something about it to stop the conversation from being too short. All right? If you don't remember the original conversation, it's a little bit harder. So I understand it's a bit difficult, but maybe we can listen to them another time in tomorrow's class. Today we don't have time. Yavuz, read E for us. Tell us which one do you think fits best.
Again, please. Sorry. Which one?
Could you Read letter E for us on the left side of the screen.
E. Dinner was fantastic, wasn't it?
Oh, no, not letter I,
Showing
not letter
surprise, I
I.
think.
Wait, not letter I, letter E. After D.
E. Huh? Have you
Before,
spent?
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Have you spent much time in India? Have you spent much time in India?
Very good. Which
Okay.
strategy
Have
do
you
you think it
spent
matches best?
spent much time? I think checking or confirming information.
Well, I don't know if you're confirming information because you already know that the person has been to India. But do you think you could use this to...
Conversation there. Maybe then this.
Exactly. You could use this to start a conversation, right? Oh, so have you spent much time in India? You could also use it to find out more information. So in this case, maybe. I mean, maybe it's not starting a conversation because it sounds like it's happening in the middle. But it could definitely be finding out more because it's a kind of open question. More or less. Have you spent much time in India? It could be answered yes or no, but most people would probably explain themselves. So it's kind of like an open question. And Yuki, what about F? This one's a bit different, isn't it?
Yes. If you are from Calcutta, I think it's checking or confirming information.
That's right. And do you remember the conversation we heard? There were two people who were both from India.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. They
so,
find a common language.
Point.
Yes.
Common point.
Common point.
Right. So F could be not only 3, but it could be 4 as well. It could be showing surprise.
Yes.
Right? It could be both. So definitely checking information, but also it could be you're from Calcutta? My parents are from Calcutta. So he said something like that. Right? So it could actually be both. Ahmed, what about G?
Okay. Who told you?
Remember someone said to the guy, oh, I heard you weren't coming. And he says, who told you?
Okay. It is like showing surprise and finding out information.
Yeah, it's both, right?
Yeah.
Finding out information because the guy really wants to know, and showing surprise because he was the most popular dude at the party, and getting the sense that maybe that's not exactly true. Yeah, perhaps. Okay, and last two, Giuseppe H.
It's Adriana, isn't it? Oh, well, find out information or starting a conversation.
Yeah, and there could even be a third. It could even be checking information. It could be all of those.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's Adriana, isn't it? We met last year at the blah, blah, blah. So it could start a conversation. It's Adriana, isn't it? Finding out information for H. Well, you're not really finding out information. You're just sort of more confirming. So it's kind of more 1 and 3. Because he's not really asking an open question. So I would say it's not 2. But it could start a conversation. It could verify or confirm. And Jason, our last one, letter I.
Dinner was fantastic, wasn't it? Checking or confirming information.
Do you think he really wants to know if dinner was fantastic? Does he really want to know? I don't think he's confirming that dinner was fantastic, is he?
Yeah. Yes. No.
Yeah, not really. What's he really doing?
Starting a conversation.
Absolutely. He's starting a conversation, right? Because, of course, who's going to say no? No one's going to say yes and no. They're going to say, yeah, it was amazing. Oh, the duck was just enchanting. Oh, it was succulent. Oh, it was wonderful. This is the best food I've ever had in my life. So starting a conversation, a polite, safe topic for conversation. Well, okay, I think we've got to stop there in the interest of time. But here's the plan. I've created homeworks for you, and I think that on Thursday, I'm not 100% sure that I sent you the one homework. I can't remember, but it's done. So let me send you not one. Do I have two or one? No, I have two. I have two homeworks to send you. I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to send you the first homework, which is based on small talk. I think I didn't send it to you. I can't remember. If I did, then just ignore it. But I'll send it to you for you to try and get some practice, unless you tell me otherwise. I've got a second homework which is based on this, but we're going to hold off until tomorrow until we finish the activity, okay? So tomorrow we're going to keep going with revising question forms, and what you're going to do is basically ask questions using our knowledge of question forms. We're going to do a little bit of work with them. You're going to be asking questions in a variety of situations, and we'll look at a few tips to keep in mind. Then we're going to go back to our original task, which was keeping a conversation going. I'll give you a conversation topic, and you have to keep it going as long as you possibly can by using different kinds of question forms. All right, so it'll give you lots of practice tomorrow. All right, so that's coming up tomorrow at the same time. Don't forget, we have graded short stories the hour before at 10 GMT, and the next Getting Results in Business at the same time as today, 11 GMT tomorrow. Okay? Hope to see you there, and I'll send you the homework in just a few moments. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye
See
for
you
Bye-bye.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Have a nice
Bye.
day. Thank you.
Bye.